Hi, there's Benjamin here. I'm back for another book review, and today I've got a really special one for you. It's The Art of the Fold by Hedi Kyle and Ulla Warchol. Hedi Kyle is one of my personal bookbinding heroes. I've had the pleasure of taking her masterclass when I was a student in Ascona, and later actually spent some time with her in a house in Philadelphia. I think it's safe to say that her work has had a really profound influence on me. And I think on many other people as well. So what I thought I'd do today is show you some of her structures, which I've made. Let's jump right into it. And the first thing I want to show you is the so-called Fishbone binding, which from the outside looks like a Japanese binding, but it's really about the content. It's more of a book block structure, let's say, rather than a binding structure. When we open, this is what it looks like, a series of narrow pages. And what's really interesting is that they don't all hinge in the gutter, like in a traditional book, but they all hinge at a different spot. But you haven't really seen anything yet. It's only when we look at it from the top that we see what this structure is all about and why it's called Fishbone structure. It turns out that we can even expand it by pulling here. Isn't that wonderful? I love the way it expands, and I also love the way how it falls back on itself. There's a kind of magnetism. It's just fascinating to watch. So this is a great structure for book arts. Second thing I wanted to show you is the Blizzard book. Blizzard book is actually a kind of wallet rather than a book, and it's designed to hold business cards. We can do different sizes, but this particular one is designed for business cards. The central unit is an unbelievably clever piece of paper engineering. It's made of one piece of paper, and you've got these triangles here that fold and create pockets. I said earlier that her work had an profound influence on me. I want to be more specific about that and show you how there's a feature in the Blizzard book that I used to create one of my structures, and it's not actually the text block. It's the pocket that's inside the cover. If you look at this pocket and fold it that way, well, what you see here is basically one unit of my album right there. So, thanks Hedi Kyle for inspiring the album. And this Blizzard book brings us to the last thing I wanted to show you, which is the Crown book. Crown book is basically the same thing as Blizzard book, except the proportions are different. So instead of these triangles being long and overlapping in the middle, now they're short and form some kind of hooks at the top and bottom, which allows you to insert folios. Should it here? So this is one of my early portfolios of my work. The right way around would be better, and it's very suitable for a portfolio structure because you can change the content as your work evolves. So that's it. All of these projects, including many others, actually are described with great detail in the excellent book, The Art of the Fold. I also want to add that Hedi Kyle's been teaching these structures for the last 40 years, I believe, all over the place, and she never published a book. And what I find is that a lot of people are familiar with the structure, are using the structures without necessarily knowing that Hedi Kyle is the originator. So if you're looking to go back to the source, it's The Art of the Fold by Hedi Kyle and Ulla Warchol, available from us at www.bookbindingoutofthebox.com. Thanks for watching.